In this video, I'm just going to talk about a comparison between shots from our film and the film Brick. Firstly, we have this shot. This shot goes hand in hand with ours on the right of the left of the screen, and this is because the shot of Jake in our film is when he realises that the femme fatale's father actually killed his dad. And in this one, from Brick, he's staring at a car literally driving straight towards him at full throttle. So with the images of Jake, he has realised that who's actually killed his dad. So they're in different content, but they also both have the same element of death, because obviously he's staring death sort of coming at him, although the car does move out of the way, but he's staring at the car coming straight at him, and Jake's also looking at person who killed his dad, so they both linked to death in some way or another. In this one, on the right, we have the one from our film, and on the left, the one from Brick. With this one, it can link to the image of Jake in the background of the femme fatale and her boyfriend in the corridor. However, we've switched it round so that the protagonist is at the back, and the villain, e.g. the femme fatale's boyfriend, well, he comes across as the villain, is at the front. Ours isn't quite as blurred, but you can see you can tell that it's sort of Jake straight away from the bit at the beginning when you see him in the graveyard. We have Jake wearing the same type of clothes, but a little bit darker compared to the guy from Brick, the protagonist. But we have the boyfriend looking a lot smarter, which differs from the one from Brick, because the guy who is called the Tug is dressed up and he looks quite sort of thuggish. Next, I really like this image actually, because although the image of the femme fatale and the protagonist, it's the femme fatale and the protagonist, and ours is only of the femme fatale, they're similar in a way, because our shot of the femme fatale is of texting Jake, so he's there without him being there, if that makes sense, at the beginning of the film. And she's wearing red lipstick, and obviously so is Rosie. But the main feature I like about it is the chain fence in the back of the one from Brick. It creates a sense of entrapment, and similarly in our shot, the femme fatale has the Venetian blinds behind her, which is obviously a typical convention of the film noir genre, and it links to that the chain type sort of image, and yeah, it sort of links to entrapment. With this one, we have the main villain from Brick, who's sitting down, and we sort of recreated this by having Michael, the guy, the femme fatale's father, sitting down when he's arguing with the femme fatale herself. Similarly, both have Venetian blinds sort of in the background or in the scene, and the actors are very direct to the person they're talking to. In the scene from Brick, it is very serious, but however, there's sort of a comedy element, because the mother is seen to come across as very jokey, asking if they want food, etc., like a typical mum would. We tried to recreate a similar effect by putting in a Madonna soundtrack into our film when Michael is talking, and this sort of creates a good contrast. This next image shows the femme fatale and the protagonist actually meeting, which, although ours is in a pub, it creates a similar feel. She's in red, and so is our femme fatale, although you can't see in the image, but if you actually watch the film, you could see she's in a red dress. Jake is in similar sort of grungy clothes as the protagonist from Brick. They're both talking about their past and having civil sort of conversation, and are both interrupted by, in Brick, the boyfriend, and in ours, the father, showing a sort of male dominance over the femme fatale, which sort of changes the typical conventions of film noir, as the femme fatale is usually in control. Finally, we just have the one from the school. This is a shot located in the school, and sort of the urban setting. This creates a good sort of scene, and we showed that it's collided by having the lockers in ours.